In this video we will be doing a back splice, which is essentially a splice straight back onto itself. We're not creating a loop or anything like that. It's just used to sort of tag off an end of rope, used for a good piece to hold on to, just like so. Firstly, what you need to do is unravel your rope, and what I'm using here is nylon. I've already gone ahead and done that so that I have my 3 tethers, 1, 2, 3. And what I've also done to stop it from unraveling is I have used a small little cable tie, and I've tied it off pretty tight there. The reason why I'm using a cable tie for a back splice is because if you use any sort of tape, your tape is around about 1.5 centimeters wide or thereabouts. It can be difficult to do the back splice because you can't splice under that electrical tape or sticky tape or whatever tape you're using. The cable tie is nice and thin, so it sort of allows you, or gives you maximum room to start that back splice. You can remove the cable tie later with a pair of scissors or a knife. So once you've got your cable tie on, you need to identify your 3 tethers. Okay, you always want a middle, left and right, and you want your middle one in this situation to be at the back. Okay, so you know the back one here at the base is my middle one. To start the back splice, you have to tie off the end, and the way we do that is simply grab your middle tether and pull it forward to create a loop like so. You've still got your left and your right tether. Your right tether, we're simply going to slip under that loop we created, so once again underneath that loop we just created like so, and then this left tether we're going to wrap around and underneath the loop we just created like so. And if I let this tether here go, we get a shape that looks like that. And what we then need to do, and this is what I find to be the most difficult part of the splice, is pull those 3 tethers equally, which can be difficult, down to where you've tied that cable tie. You want to get it as close as possible to that cable tie, so this can take a little bit of time. And with nylon it's a bit more difficult because it doesn't stick as well as other types of rope. Okay, so I'm trying to pull them tight at the same time, like so. And once you've got it to where you want, you can pinch the knot, and you should have your 3 tethers like that. What we then need to do, we're holding the knot to stop it from unraveling, is start our weave and splicing the rope back onto itself. So I'm just going to start with this particular tether here. I've got a pen to show you a bit more clearly if I get him out of the way. This tether here is going to go over this thread here, which is a bit hidden by this cable tie. So it's going to go over that one and underneath the next one, which is this one here. So we're going to lift this one up and put this tether underneath it to start the weave. So I'm just going to split the rope like so. I have to let go of that knot for a second, obviously, and stick it underneath, grab the knot again and pull that first weave down. Rotate it to the next one, and on this particular tether here we're going to go over this strand here and underneath this strand here. So I'm going to pick up this one and put him under. Might have to move that cable tie around a bit so it doesn't get in the way. Rotate it to the last one, and you know I've got to go over this strand here, partially hidden by that cable tie, and underneath this strand here. So I pick that one up and feed it under like so, and that's the first weave for the back splice. Now at this stage I can choose to remove this cable tie or not. If I'd like to, I'm just going to leave it there right until the end, because at the moment it's not going to be in the way or anything like that. I can just continue the weave straight down the rest of the rope until I finish or run out of these tethers or decide to stop. So we'll just continue on. Okay, let's look at this particular tether here. You'll note that we have to go over this particular strand and underneath this particular strand, so I'm going to pick up this one and feed the tether under and through like so. Rotate it. I'm going to go over this tether, or this strand I should say, and underneath this strand here. So I'll pick this strand up and feed it through. Rotate it to the last one, and it's pretty obvious what I have to do here. I have to go over this strand here and underneath this strand here. So underneath, like so, and you can see it's starting to take shape. What I need to do now is simply just keep working these tethers until I finish up the weave. So I'm going to keep rotating, and I'm just going to finish this off. So once again, over this strand, under the next one, pick up the one you need to go under and pull it through. Rotate and continue the weave. Over, under, rotate, over, under, rotate, over, under, keep doing that process over and under until you finish those tethers. Alright, and I'm going to choose to stop there. I'm just going to cut this cable tie off. A pair of scissors, which can be a bit of a pain. Just like so, and just give it a bit of a massage to even out that bit where the cable tie was tied off. And that's our finished back splice.